Good afternoon. Well, still on the same rest days as I was from the last video, and the weather has totally changed. It's now, well, snowing a little bit. Like I say, I live very high up and we get snow most of the year round, in fairness, but this came, I was up at 5:30 this morning, nothing at all, and now this, it's crazy. I do love snow, sometimes, like today it's great, it's my day off, I don't have to be anywhere, come out for a nice walk, brilliant, loads of nice photos, etc. But I'm back at work tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, and if it continues like this, I mean, to be honest, even if it stops, it's not going to get disappear suddenly. So if you see how bad this road is, well, I don't know what the rest of the roads are like further down the valley. I only live literally about 15 minutes drive from work, but 15 minutes the long way around, because the snow ends up being about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I could walk, but again, it's not a quick walk. But I tell you what's made walking today so far a bit easier. Got my new Grivel Microspikes on, which I'll just stop and show you if you're interested. Let's see if we can get the bottom up. Now, I'm just gonna grab a wall so I don't fall over, so you can see the bottom. So, as you can see, they've got, I think, 12 spikes in total, and say a good ½ inch, making it a lot easier to walk in. I mean, this snow's too deep to make a difference anyway, but when it's been sort of a bit thinner and a bit icier, certainly better. I mean, I bet there's parts of this walk I've gone today where probably crampons would be effective, but I'm not going to go that far, even though I would like to test them. So today I'm heading up to Ogden Water, or Ogden Nature Reserve, Ogden Reservoir, known as many things, but I should imagine it'll be beautiful up there. A lot of trees, a lot of woodland. It's pretty at the best of times, but in this weather it'll be fantastic. So I'm a mile in so far, or just over a mile, about another mile and a bit to go, I reckon. And then I'm there, I'll have a wander around the woods, and of course brought my trusty flask, and would you believe, forgot my sit mat again. I kind of rushed out the door because it wasn't snowing when I got up this morning, so I hadn't intended to go out, and then Des woke me up and said, oh, do you know, it's snowing out if you fancy going out. I was like, right, let's go. So kind of a bit of a rush together, but I've got all the main things: my camera, my GoPro, warm clothes, extra gloves, and my flask, which is the main thing, and I got a bottle of water, but if I stop for a drink of that, it's probably going to be frozen. So it looks like I'm the first one to venture up this road because there's no tyre tracks, no footprints, and it's very, very badly covered. So I suspect none of these people will be leaving the houses unless they drive really serious four-wheel drives. Coming down here, my dad just rang me to see that I was okay. He said, are you working or are you out in this? He immediately assumes that if I'm not working, I'm going to be out walking in this snow. He knows me quite well, but why wouldn't you? I mean, it's slightly harder work than going out for a normal wander down the road, isn't it? But I mean, especially in this, because it's just snow. I mean, it's not deep, but it's deep enough to make it harder work. It's not like going out for a little wander in the dry on the nice pavements, but that's not why I walk. I don't walk because I want a nice easy walk. I walk because I like a bit of a challenge, and I walk at a decent pace, so these microspikes definitely help in that. One thing I will say about these microspikes, they've been great, but because a lot of the place I've been walking has got a lot of thick snow, like deep snow, and they're not really designed for deep snow. So you get a lot of clumps on your boots. Suddenly realise you're walking and you've gained 2 inches in height because a massive lump of snow is just kind of stuck to the bottom. But it's not a major problem, you just give it a quick kick or a shake and it comes off. But just a tad annoying. But it doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, let's take you to some beautiful views down into this valley. I think it's time to find somewhere to stop for a brew, don't you? I don't know, I'm asking because I'm on my own. Now we're talking. Undisturbed snow. No one's mad enough to come in here now. Let's see, it's not, you can see from my feet it's not mega deep. A couple of inches deep, maybe 3 inches, I don't know. But why would you not come in here? This is the best part of down here. It's like all these trees covered in snow is amazing. And this snow's a bit harder to walk in, especially as I'm going uphill as well. But all good fun. It's a good glute and quad workout, isn't it? And calves, I guess, to a degree. All good fun. Well, as far as brews go, this isn't the worst place I've ever sat for one. As you'll have seen from the footage leading up to this stop, it's beautiful. It's so pretty. Like I say, all the snow's undisturbed. Or it was until I walked through here, sorry. But, 2 things I want to say. Firstly, cheers. Second one is brew with the view, not bad, eh? So peaceful, honestly. There's absolutely nobody here at all. So finished my brew. Didn't want to stop too long because it's actually bloody cold, and I've got these gloves on, a Rab power stretch I think they are, and they're plenty warm enough when you're pottering about, but once you stop for a bit, your hands cool down a little bit when you're not getting the natural movement of your arms sort of pushing blood to your fingers. So my hands have got them a little bit wet and they're not waterproof, so my fingers are a bit cold. So I've got my Manta mittens, which I could put on, but then I can't use my fingers very well to use the GoPro and blah blah blah, so those are last resort. So I'll take you back to this path now. There's still nobody about, I can't believe it. So, I was saying the other day in my previous video that we're so lucky to have this kind of stuff on our doorstep. Like I say, you take it for granted, but I'm trying to make more of an effort, not just 'cause it's lockdown, but just to get out more, because sometimes on my days off, I have 3 or 4 days off at a time, and I just sometimes sit around and do nothing, so especially in lockdown when I know I can't drive up to the lakes and take my tent somewhere. I'm very lazy, if I'm honest, and I find it hard to get my bum out of my bed, especially when it's cold and horrible, so I do struggle not, I wouldn't say not mental health, I just struggle getting out of bed because I'm lazy. I could play on it, but it's not, it's literally I'm just lazy. So I tend to just be very lazy on my rest days, which is, you know, you could argue that's what they're there for. 7 days, I do a 7-day week, and then I have 3 or 4 days off, depending on which shift pattern I'm on. So it's not against the law to be lazy in rest days, but I just feel kind of guilty for doing it and wasting time and effort. But I know, like I say, days like today when you drag yourself out, that's totally worth it, because, well, it's just, you can see the scenery that I've been showing you all morning, sorry, all afternoon. It's just totally worth it. Just to interrupt here, you know I said about clumping on the bottom of my shoes, this is what I mean. Let's shake it off it straight, it soon goes. Anyway, yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it's just, you know, this on your doorstep, you know. And the good thing is, because I very rarely have a time off on a weekend, well, I do, but not every weekend. So when I get out walking, it's often during the week when there's no one around, because everyone's generally working Monday to Friday. So when I come down here, I have it to myself. And today I thought there'd be more people out because snow days, etc. But it's dead. It's trees, fantastic. So this video may have come in fairly quick succession after my last one. Now, I'm not going to set a time scale of how often I'm going to release a video. I'm just going to basically release them when I release them. And if it happens that I get 2 good walks in a short space of time, so therefore I've done 2 good videos, then I'll stick them out. But I don't want to put any pressure on myself to promise 1 a week or 2 a week or whatever. Especially it's harder during lockdown. As I say, I do 7 days on and 3 or 4 days off work. So sometimes if I get a 4-day period off, I might get a few walks in. And if they're worth recording, I'll record them. But then if I'm a lazy bugger, you might not get anything for a couple of weeks or longer. So this one might come out fairly quickly, but it all depends on how long it takes me to edit it today, because I'm back at work tomorrow. So I probably won't release it on the day it's filmed. Might give it a couple of days. Like I say, I don't want to saturate my channel, but at the same time I don't want to leave it ages without videos, because if people see you haven't released any videos for ages, they might decide to unsubscribe. I'm trying to build up my followers. I'm doing alright. I'd say 330, I think, or thereabouts. So steady away. I say I've not the dizzy heights of some people out there, but I've always said from day one that to my wife, I do it for me ultimately, just like a photo album. And just so I've got something to remember the walks or the trips by. And I release them so that I know there's a lot of people out there that are interested in walks, want to discover areas, want to learn a bit more about camping or whatever. So if I can help them, there's nothing in the videos that I want to hide that has to be private. So you know, if I can help them, I'll release it. So hope everybody's enjoying my videos. I do appreciate everyone's support and everybody commenting and giving me a thumbs up. Anyway, check this out. This is absolutely beautiful. Just on this beck now, or I don't even call it a salt pond or whatever. It means a lot that you follow me and you comment. I've got a few people out there. I'm just going to do, I've done this before but I had to edit it out because the last video was too long. But I'm going to do a little bit of a shout out to a couple of people who I think you should follow, definitely. Depending on what your interests are. The first one I've mentioned before is the Solo Summiteer. Lovely bloke called Dave. Really, really nice. His videos are so relaxing, all about wild camping and walking. Similar to mine really, but he's been doing it longer. And he's a great channel and a great guy, really nice guy. So shout out to Dave there. I'll put the links in my description. Another person is, you've probably all heard of him, and he'll been talking before, Paul Mesner. He's been doing it for quite a long time and he's on the verge of going full time as a YouTuber, which is fantastic. I don't think I could ever do that. Been self-employed before, and the insecurity of, you know, knowing where your next money's coming from is always a bit scary. So, but yeah, Paul Mesner's brilliant. Again, camping, hiking, gear reviews, that kind of thing, very similar. But again, lovely voice, very relaxing, great to watch. And the third one I'll shout out to is a guy called Anthony Johnson. Now, Anthony hasn't got a fancy name for his channel like the rest of us or anything like that. He's just Anthony Johnson. He does a lot of farms. He does a lot of walks in the Peak District, which is it's a beautiful place, and I've not seen nearly enough of it. I've only been once many years ago. He lives right on its doorstep, so all his walks around the peaks, it's fantastic. He's such a nice bloke. Again, I follow people because I like the people. The content's great as well, but when when someone's a nice person, it's like being friends with someone, isn't it? It's a lot easier to be friends with a nice person, and so you're attracted to videos where you initially feel you could be friends with the people. Gotta come back for the camera. Whoo! So, I thought you enjoyed this ramble, pootle, potter, wander, whatever you want to call it. I have, it's been cracking. The weather's been just brilliant. If you've liked it, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and that'll be massively appreciated. So thanks again for watching, and I'll leave you with this winter wonderland of a view.